This conversation further, as you have seen that insert talking more about She Conquers. We're joined by one of the members of She Conquers, Makhosazana Mazibuko. Kosi, good morning to you and welcome to Morning Live.
Good morning to you and the viewers at home.
Well, thank you so much for your time. Talk to us about how you joined and heard about She Conquers.
I heard about She Conquers through a lady from my church, and she introduced me to the young girls who are doing such an amazing work and actually empowering the youth from different communities and teaching ladies how to abstain from sex, and actually teaching young girls how to protect themselves against sexual infections such as HIV and AIDS and STDs, and also promoting condom use, because now most of the young girls are actually sexually active but then they don't know how to protect themselves. So as an ambassador, we're promoting that they should actually protect themselves and use condoms most of the time.
All right. And I would want to believe, Kosi, that your interest in She Conquers was based on your background. You were telling me earlier on as to how you got to Joburg. I want you to narrate the story to our viewers.
I was born in KZN. And at 14 years old, my mother came to fetch me in KZN and brought me to Johannesburg. And then I lived with a couple.
And just right there, your mother gave you away to a couple who did not have children.
Yes, that's what she did. And then when I lived with that couple, and for the first year everything was okay until the lady passed away. And then when the lady passed away, that's when the husband started actually forcing me into drugs and raping me countless times every day.
And how old were you then?
That happened when I was 15 years old. Yes.
And then what happened? How did you get out of that situation? Because you were also telling me earlier on that the husband was also feeding you drugs.
Yes. How I got out of the situation is that one of my teachers at school, she spoke to me, and then I had to trust her, because when this was happening, I didn't tell anyone because it happened for a very long time, and I was not talking to anyone. But at one time she came to me, and then she sat me down and said, I want to help you, but then if you're not letting me into your space, I'm not going to be able to help you. The question that I asked her, I remember I said to her, but then if I help you, are you going to be able to protect me? And then she said, I'll do anything in my power to protect you. And that's the very same day I narrated the story to my teacher of what happens when I get home, and that was the day where I got my freedom and I was able to be taken out of that home.
Okay. But how did your teacher notice that things were not okay with you? Did you perhaps maybe were you starting not to perform at school? But how did she come to you? What did she notice?
She noticed through my schoolwork, because I'd want to say that I'm very intelligent when it comes to my schoolwork, and I'm very dedicated to my schoolwork. But then I was slacking behind, especially with my homeworks, because when I get home, I don't have time to do my homeworks. And when I get home, I'm always fearing that, this monster is going to come back to me and all those things. And I remember she gave us a homework at one time, and then I didn't do it. We were supposed to come and present in class. And then she said to me, why did you not present? I said to her, no, I was not prepared. Then she said, but you can't, because you're so bright, you're so brilliant. I was expecting you to give me something that I can actually work with. And I remember, just tears started rolling out of my eyes. And she took me to her office, and that's when I sat her down and I told her everything that is going at home. And she did help me to escape to get out of that situation.
Right. And then you went to stay at a foster care home.
Yes, and then I was taken to a police station, and then I was taken to Sunlight Safe House, which was the offices were in Hillbrook back then, but now they're based in Parktown. And I was taken to a foster care home, and I lived in a foster care home for 3 years. And then when I was 19 years old, so I finished my matric when I was 19, I had to move and I had to get my own place.
Right. But quickly, things are looking brighter for you because you're studying and you're completing your studies next year.
Yes, actually they're looking very bright right now. They're looking very bright, yes.
Okay, no, thank you so much, Kosi. Thank you so much, and good luck with the future.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. There you have it. That's Makhosazana Mazibuko. She's one of the ambassadors for She Conquers, but she was basically just narrating her story to us. She was sexually abused at the age of 14, staying with foster parents, and things got out of hand. But luckily, she has made it now because she's completing her studies next year. Well, we're taking a break, I believe, and we'll still bring you more activities coming to you live from Sinaba Stadium here in Daveyton and Gauteng. As you can see behind me, there are all the grannies over there. They actually getting down into some aerobics. I believe that we'll be able to have a chat with them and show you all the activities that are taking place here. Stay tuned.